speak are accidents which experienced navigators scarcely remember to record, and I shall be well content if nothing worse happened to us during our voyage. Adieu, my dear Margaret. Be assured that, for my own sake as well as yours, I will not rashly encounter danger. I will be cool, persevering, and prudent. But success shall crown my endeavors. Why for not? Thus far I have gone, tracing a secure way over the pathless seas, the very stars themselves being witnessed and testimonies of my triumph. Why not still proceed over the untamed yet obedient element? What can stop the determined heart and resolved will of man? My swelling heart involuntarily pours itself out thus, but I must finish. Heaven bless my beloved sister, R.W. That's letter 3 from Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, a wonderful piece of British romanticism and Gothic horror.
Now let's talk about men in spandex fake fighting each other.
Oh man, I forgot what podcast we're on. I've spent the last 2 days doing stuff for Shadowvane, and my brain's a little rotted. It was so fun though. The reverb was so great. So much reverb. So much reverb. Glenn Morton sent me a message. He's like, if you need a good British accent, let me know. I was like, I may let you know, Glenn. I may let you know.
What the fuck is this thing doing?
I don't know. All right, let's make this a 30-minute episode.
Yes, please.
Let's just fly through the everything.
Are you ready to record?
I'm ready to record. Are you ready to record?
Episode 173.
Wow.
3, 2, 1, record. This week's episode of The Rundown is brought to you by JBL's Dancing School, where JBL himself will teach you to jump around like a chicken on meth whenever Teddy Long comes down the aisle. JBL's Dancing School! Only in Bermuda. Karma said recently in an interview that she would have done Total Divas were she still in WWE. Would that have made the show more watchable?
Yeah. I'd watch the hell out of that. To watch her eat one of the other divas, that'd be amazing. Be all for it.
Something would have to make that show watchable. I don't know if it would be that.
I don't know. I think if Sean and I sat down to watch it together, it would probably be pretty entertaining.
Let's get to the rundown!
Oh, yeah. You see the comment on the side by Sean? Mm-hmm. If you need a Moldovan accent for Shadowvane, I know a guy.
He'll have to send you his vocal recordings on 8-track, but
he'll find a way to take video recordings.
By Donkey Express.
Yes. Oh, Bogdan from Moldova.
Just as likely to drop on Thursdays as episodes of SmackDown in 2015. It's episode 173 of The Rundown. My name is Adam. I'm your host, and it is Wednesday, October the 15th, 2014. Joining me this week, man who is just as tired and annoyed about having to record at 9 o'clock at night as I am. Andrew's here.
To be fair, it's 8:19 in my part of the world, and but if you look outside, both parts of our world, Adam, it's after dark.
After dark.
This is where we get sexy.
Or this is where we get impatient and finish an episode in 25 minutes.
Let's do it. Let's see if we can make the shortest episode ever. Get to the numbers!
First, congratulations to Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis, who were married in Chicago on Friday. I cannot call either of them friends. I've never met Maria, but I've met Mike. I've worked with Mike. He is a very nice gentleman, and I wish them both the best of luck.
Okay. I don't know. For a second, I thought you were talking about CM Punk or something. I just missed something. I said Chicago and wedding, and I don't know.
Prodigy.
Yeah.
Anyway. No change to the official listener. Glenn Morton is still our official listener with $35 donated total and a purchase of a book. If you want to be the official listener, go to rundown.podomatic.com, donate at least $36 to our PayPal account, then go to tinyurl.com/Distant Horizons and buy at least one copy of not that book, but a different book.
That book.
And you can be our official listener.
Sorry.
What happened on NXT?
Oh, let's go! NXT, Tyler Breeze takes on Mojo Rawley in a very uneventful match where Tyler Breeze wins. Following that,
I would
Enzo
hope
Amore
so.
and what's that?
I would hope so.
And shut up, I hate you. Enzo Amore and William Regal are backstage in a segment where they're talking about that one chick, Carmella, and he's trying to talk William Regal into getting her a tryout for NXT. Not that she isn't already on NXT programming. Apparently, her wrestling moves in the ring impress Regal, and she gets a tryout, but rejects good old Enzo for a hug. Following that, Hideo Itami takes on Victor in a little bout for Retribution. This, if I'm not mistaken, is the first real match involving Hideo actually wrestling in NXT. For some reason, during the end of the match, Connor comes out, and he has Funaki. I don't remember that being a thing. And apparently beats him up on the stage, which just is used to distract Hideo, but it really just distracts the fans who seem to stare the entire time over at the stage as Hideo picks up the victory.
I think Funaki is helping him with English.
Okay, gotcha.
And also, Hideo Itami did have a match the week after TakeOver 2, and then he got beaten up by the Ascension afterwards, and then he was supposed to have a match with Connor last week, and just got the shit kicked out of him.
Gotcha. So they end up beating down Hideo, tie him up in the ropes, bring in Funaki, beat him up for a while, and then leave them in the ring. Up next is the Vaudevillains versus Enzo and Big Cass. Thankfully, Cass and Amore actually lose after a senton by 8 in English, so that was surprising. Sasha Banks takes on Becky Lynch. Banks sadly gets up the win here after what she calls the bank statement, which is a cross-face finisher. So there's that.
Terrible.
In your main event, Sami Zayn takes on Titus O'Neil in a pretty good match overall. And in the match, I was really impressed. The referee actually made a good call when Titus's legs are underneath the rope when Sami Zayn goes for a fall, and he doesn't count. So that was interesting to see. So apparently, not just the wrestlers are better in NXT, the referees are better too. Titus actually picks up the win for some reason, a bit shockingly, really. He wins cleanly after crotching Zayn on the top rope after a missed high-flying move, and then hits his sit-down powerbomb. After the match, he tries to drape him across the apron and then jump from the top rope and stomp his face in, but Neville comes out of nowhere and very slowly drags him off the apron, to which I wonder why Titus doesn't just jump anyway, because he totally could have hit him. And that's your NXT.
Cool. Sean says, a 25-minute episode, so only the plugs? Shut up, Sean.
We're going to go through those quick this time.
We opened SmackDown 15 with Stephanie McMahon, the first ever general manager.
I saw this, actually. I actually went back and watched this.
She pimps the network and then is interrupted by John Laurinaitis, who also shills the network. He is interrupted by Teddy Long. Will we get Vicky too? Sadly, no, as she turned down her invitation to appear. When Teddy appears, JBL loses his damn mind. They then out Teddy Long special each other until we end up with a 15-man tag team match playa for the 15th anniversary. It makes just as much sense as you think it does.
Yeah.
7 men and a midget on each side.
So
make 15 men.
Yeah.
I swear to God, that's the logic.
That's the math.
Steph decides that they should each captain a team, and the winning team's captain will be named the greatest SmackDown general manager of all time.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. I like that.
They're then interrupted by Adam Rose and his entourage for no good goddamn reason. Steph gives Adam Rose a match against Kane. Next, the 3 GMs then dance to Adam Rose's theme song while he looks forlorn about the ass-kicking he is about to receive.
Yes.
Our first flashback is the main event of the first episode of SmackDown, which we talked about last week. Kane then pins Adam Rose in very short order. He then beats up the Rosebuds until it's just him and the bunny in the ring. More Rosebuds get chokeslammed until the bunny escapes. Yep.
So that's Adam Rose's first official loss, if I do remember correctly.
I believe you are correct.
Which is kind of sad they wasted that on Kane.
Our next flashback is John Cena's debut. Then AJ takes on Alicia Fox, who she makes tap out. Seth Rollins then pins Kofi Kingston with the Seth penalty. Our third flashback is the 2 Money in the Bank cash-ins on SmackDown. Rusev then beats Dolph with the Accolade. He challenges Big Show to a match on Monday. The fourth flashback is one of the greatest SmackDown moments of all time. Booker T and Stone Cold Steve Austin in the grocery store.
Going back a segment, looking at the 2 times it was cashed in, the Money in the Bank, I was really surprised, and I remember the fact that, there were 2 titles at one point that were defended, so I guess it makes sense that could have happened on SmackDown.
Yeah. Then video from after Raw where Hunter and Rock reminisce. They tease a match at Mania 31. Tom then gets caked. Then Booker T comes out for guest commentary for the 15-man tag team. Still the stupidest thing ever. Henry, Sheamus, Swagger, Usos, Los Matadores, and El Torito as Team Teddy versus Bo Dallas, Cesaro, the Dustbusters, Slater Gator, and Hornswoggle as Team Johnny.
To give you credit, that was a good fast-paced match. Like, because they had so many people, it never stopped, which was awesome.
Remember, kids, midgets are half people. This means Miz TV is our main event. All right. Team Teddy wins. Jay, let's say, pins Mizdow, and the crowd's really happy about Mizdow taking the loss. Teddy,
no, they weren't.
Is now the greatest SmackDown general manager of all time.
So why were they so down on it? Were they in his hometown, or?
I don't know, but for the past 2 weeks, they've been chanting. The crowds have been chanting for Mizdow.
That's weird.
I'm okay.
I mean, it's not weird, but I mean, the fact that he's a heel and getting a lot of love, I guess, is a little weird.
I'm okay with it. We finish off. No, our fifth and final flashback is the September 13th, 2001 episode. We finish off SmackDown 15 with Miz TV. Awesome. Apparently, the match between Cena and Ambrose is a no-holds-barred contract on a pole, which makes no goddamn sense.
Why on a fucking pole? And I thought they were going to do that at the pay-per-view and not on Raw.
We'll get to that. John makes testicle references to start us off. They end it by teaming up to beat up The Miz. Then Cena AAs Ambrose to end the show. Payback from Monday, which I forgot to mention last week. When did the double arm DDT start being referred to as the Dirty Deeds and not the front Russian facebuster?
Good question, because that shouldn't be the case.
I don't remember that changing. Anyway, speaking of Raw, we open with Dean Ambrose. Cena appears. They both talk without saying much, mainly just how much they want to beat each other so they can beat up Seth at Hell in a Cell. The Authority appear and put John and Dean in yet another tag team match. This time it's a triple threat against the Usos and the Dustbusters. They then make a bet as to whether Ambrose and Cena will be able to cooperate. They go with the standard bet with no elaboration. I'm guessing it's oral sex.
Whoa.
Double finishers on the Dustbusters, and Cena and Ambrose win. Sadly, the standard is just $1. Hunter says we're going to get the contract on a pole match tonight instead because rightfully no one should pay for that.
Yeah.
AJ and Layla defeat Paige and Alicia when AJ pins someone, I think. Then AJ beats up Layla. I really wasn't paying attention in that match. Backstage, Randy speaks to the Authority about challenging the loser of the Ambrose-Cena match inside Hell in a Cell. Randy then pins Dolph after an RKO, and a pretty good match, I will say. Seth then gives Dolph the Seth penalty just for the fuck of it. Seth then sneaks out a victory against Jack Swagger. Then Randy RKO's Jack just for the fuck of it. Big Show promises to carry America to victory on the largest shoulders in hot Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, no, big man. Just
yeah, stop.
Hot Atlanta.
Mm.
He then loses to Rusev by disqualification after Mark Henry interferes. After the match, Big Show KOs Rusev. Sheamus then gets counted out in his match against The Miz after a distraction by Damien Mizdow. Then there's some crap backstage with the Total Divas and Nene Leakes. No one cares. Then some in-ring crap with the Divas. Brie pins Nikki. Still, nobody cares. Your main event, which starts at 10:58.
Whoa, what? Raw.
Is typical.
This is going to be a DQ.
Is typical pole match crap interspersed with nonsensical fighting outside the ring and on the stage. And then a brawl involving the Authority. Dean gets the contract for Seth. Cena will face Orton. Nobody's surprised. Yeah, that Sean brought up a very good point that I wish I had an answer to. Why wasn't it just a ladder match? Why you got to? It
would have been more entertaining. I don't know. People like poles.
Because I mean, even in a ladder match, you get the whole he's climbing up the ladder. Oh, this guy's suddenly climbing up after him. But with a ladder match, at least the thing is 20 feet off the ground and not 10. They could reach from the mat if they just jumped a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems anything on a pole is a waste of time.
Yeah. And fighting outside the ring and fighting on the stage. Even the announcers were like, "Why don't they just go back to the ring and try to get the thing that's on the pole?" To the point where they had one of those bullshit, "Will he get it? Oh no, here's the other guy" spots that went from the stage back to the ring.
Oh Lord. Yeah, that's kind of crappy.
Ambrose suplexed Cena on the stage and then staggered back to the ring and tried to go for the contract. And Cena followed him from the stage.
Wow.
to the ring to make sure he didn't get the contract. Can you not take 3 steps faster than he does and just clothesline him in the aisleway? What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I don't. Buffalo Wild Wings. That's all I gotta say.
Sean says they flashed back to the post 9/11 SmackDown. Did they show the part where Stephanie likened it to her father's steroid trial? Sadly, they did not. Triple H made an object on a pole match because he was listening a few weeks ago when I dedicated a 3-for-all category to that topic. Thanks for the listen, Hunter.
Yeah, and that category I won, by the way. I am still the undefeated champion of 3-for-all.
That's only because you weren't playing against me.
Yeah,
that must be
technicality. Whose hand was raised at the end?
That must be Raccoon Reigns using Sean's account for that, because Sean hasn't hosted the show in at least a year and a half.
That's true.
On main event, Miz TV, Damian Sandow dressed up as Sheamus, then gets the shit kicked out of him by the real Sheamus. R-Truth pins Tyson Kidd, Cesaro pins Justin Gabriel, Rusev made Big E tap out.
Wait, who was dressed up as Sheamus?
Mizdow.
So is he going back to his I'm gonna make dress like other people thing?
Oh, because it was on Miz TV.
Oh, gotcha.
With that, let's mail some listeners, shall we?
Let's do it. Let's mail them.
Allow me to introduce myself. Get it, Deuce? This is Tommy Maltasanti,
Oh, Tommy.
Big Papa Fist Pump, or as I like to call myself, Mr. Wednesday Night. Here to talk to all you rundown guys about everything that is in the wrestling world today. And on Monday Night Raw, we saw Triple H give Stephanie a dollar bill for a bet he lost. And oh my God, it reminded me of the Saratoga Street hooker. But that's another story for another day. Today, I want to talk to you about letting the good times roll with Dean Ambrose as the #1 face in the company. This guy told Johnny Cena to stick it on Monday night. He told him where to go and how to get there. He gave him the flip-off right when he was on the top rope before he grabbed the contract. And he's going to face Seth Rollins, and he's going to beat his ass. Also, for the Rundown hosts, you two could fight over this, but apparently Justin Roberts got fired this week, which means there's an opening for a WWE announcer. So I think that Adam and co-host Andy should beat the bag out of each other to figure out who's going to apply for the job. One of you's got to get it, right? Bada bing, bada boom. Best announcer in the room.
Quite obviously, it would be me, but I've got so much going on that I don't feel it would be best for business for me to do that right now.
We're both too tall.
God damn it! What we need to have a pact where we just cut each other off at the knees at once. Like we go 1, 2, 3, swing the machete.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Yeah. That means I get the job. Yes.
Dean Ambrose. No, I'd cut your knees off.
Right, then I get the job.
And then you'd bleed to death.
I'd be short. No, I might bleed to death. That's okay. Well,
Dean Ambrose is the top face in the company.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it sounds like that's kind of how they're positioning him right now. I mean, ultimately, I kind of disagree. I mean, ultimately, John Cena will always be the best, the top face in the company.
Only if that Make-A-Wish kid gets through.
Right. Come on, John. Come on. Just turn heel for me.
I don't know how much longer he has, though. That's the problem.
I got lung cancer on my ankles. So it's. I think that John Cena will always be considered to WWE the top face until he retires.
Which can't come soon enough.
Oh, stop it.
Send your listener mail to rundownwrestling@gmail.com or give us a call at 206-202-6478. 206-20.
Angst!
If you don't know how to spell angst, Google it.
Then go back to school.
That too. This is where we'd normally talk about the Rundown Showdown, but
oh boy,
pointed at you people.
Uh-oh, he's gonna get that tone on again.
I mean, you had a full week on this one. I think we've got two
Oh.
really good candidates here, and
Oh, my goodness.
and it was a late show tonight, so you had even more time to vote than usual.
Oh, you sons of bitches. Adam's mad.
We fucking get 3 votes.
Oh, maybe you shouldn't
no,
reveal.
shut up.
Maybe you should reveal that. That's saying something about our download numbers. Maybe you shouldn't make that a big thing. Maybe we only had 3 listeners last week.
440 likes on Facebook. 440 people get our goddamn Facebook post, and we get 3 goddamn votes.
Well, that's because half of those are German spam bots, or are they Russian? I can't remember. Was it Vladimir, or was it like?
This thing's gonna stay up one more goddamn week. And if by next week
Oh no!
we don't have 10 goddamn votes,
Oh no!
there's no more show.
You're going to your room without dessert.
Canceling, and the next matchup is a good one too. The one after. I mean, this one. I know this one's a transvestite and bleeding from the asshole, but the next one is really good.
Don't ruin this for us. I'm gonna be like the older sibling who looks at the younger sibling who got in trouble and say, "Don't ruin this for the rest of us."
So vote, fucksticks.
Yeah, fucks. We love you.
News this week.
Oh yeah! 19 minutes in, let's do it.
There's a few news stories, so we're not going to make 25, but we'll see what happens. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE is keeping Brock Lesnar off TV until January.
No fucking way.
Something we talked about last week. When the plan is to bring him back for the Royal Rumble. The current talks are centered around another Cena versus Lesnar match at the Rumble.
There's so many other people. No, and I even like Cena, but there's so many other people.
Followed by the Rumble match itself. WWE has also been keeping Paul Heyman off TV as they don't want to draw attention to Brock Lesnar being off TV.
Here's an idea. Put the belt on someone else.
Yes, please.
Fucking bullshit. You're just gonna make me mad again. I was getting over my madness. Now I'm getting angry again.
Even I'm against this at this point. This is fucking stupid.
So yeah, that's great. I wonder if hopefully that's not the case and they decide to bring him in, but which means that we have a Money in the Bank contract just languishing on Seth Rollins at this point with no added drama of will he cash in, will he not cash in, like that. Just like it gets rid of that drama.
Yep.
It's taking away. I mean, the only good thing that you could possibly get out of this is use it as an opportunity to maybe build the Intercontinental title. Put it on someone really good. Have Ziggler kind of run as the face of the company while.
You're saying Dolph is not really.
No, I'm amending that. Or put him against some people who are like top tier guys, and have him beat some top tier guys, and really highlight the championship. I don't know. That just makes me so mad.
Yep. Next.
Washasha.
In another follow-up to last week, the Roman Reigns interview from Raw last week, which we talked about, was scripted out and was taped ahead of time and was not live via satellite as stated on the show.
What? They lied about that?
Which makes even less sense why it was only 45 goddamn seconds long. Reigns was actually backstage at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn for Raw. There was miscommunication between Reigns and the WWE, and he noted over the weekend in an interview that he'd be appearing live in the ring. But no, we got that horseshit 90-second. How you doing? I'm good. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Next.
Washasha.
On to the new news. Kurt Angle's TNA contract has expired, and according to PW Insider, he is now a free agent.
Ooh,
Angle has reportedly had talks with WWE about a return. A source claims that WWE offered a full-time deal, but he turned it down. He doesn't think his body would be able to handle a full-time schedule. Smart man.
He's a smart man.
And instead, he wants a part-time deal. Negotiations are still supposedly ongoing. He's also said to be willing to return to TNA if they can come to terms on a new deal. He credits Dixie Carter and the company for helping him when he had his personal issues over the years. You may remember he debuted for TNA in September of 2006 as a surprise, several months after his WWE release. Prior to his debut, there had been rumors that he was retiring. It now looks like TNA will offer Angle the part-time deal he's looking for, and that he will sign with them for another year. He wants to work on acting and getting more movie roles. More movie roles?
Wait, where did he ever been? Wait, no, he was in a horror movie, wasn't he?
He was in some sci-fi bullshit movie, but
yeah,
on the Sci-Fi Network. But that doesn't fucking.
Wasn't it like zombies versus wrestlers or something like that? Wasn't there? I think if I remember correctly, I think that's actually true.
And apparently he'll be going to Los Angeles soon for meetings and auditions. Sure.
Good for him. Meaning he's gonna go hang out with someone he knows in Hollywood and get high on their sofa.
I wonder if it's going to be David Arquette.
Oh, maybe. Full circle.
But then again, you know.
Uh-huh.
You should know better than to trust someone from Hollywood.
Oh my God! Stop that.
I just watched the documentary on the rise and fall of WCW DVD.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Which was better, The Rise of the Fall?
Not bad stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, they tear the shit out of David Arquette winning the WCW championship.
Fantastic.
Right. Next.
That's part of the fall. Wash your shot.
I want you to mark it down. Wednesday, October 15th, 2014. Sharknado 2, that's the one. Yeah, some bullshit sci-fi movie.
Oh, was it Sharknado? I swear he was
Sean.
on like a wrestlers versus zombies movie too.
Did he German suplex a shark?
Oh, that's awesome.
Because I think that should happen.
That should.
But anyway, mark it down. Wednesday, October 15th, 2014, 9:41 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh.
I'm about to say something good about Randy Orton.
What?
Well,
I'm marking this down right now.
Kind of about him. Randy Orton.
41 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Randy Orton has become an official internet meme.
What?
And it makes me so fucking happy.
Why?
You may have seen some of these floating around, but people have been editing Orton into wipeout videos on Instagram and Vine.
What?
Basically putting him into the video as the person falls down, and so he's RKOing them. And it's hysterical. So on Twitter or on Instagram or on Vine, find the hashtag RKO Vines.
Oh my God.
And laugh your ass off because it's hysterical. So look out for that.
I actually will look that up later, and I even hate Vine. I think Vine is stupid.
It's really fucking funny. Next. The best news of the week.
Really?
Former Raw general manager Brad Maddox returned to WWE programming in a WWE app exclusive video this week.
Was he stuck in a caravan or a cave somewhere, a cavern?
During the appearance, Maddox said he's ready for his own voice to be heard, not the authorities. He did return to house shows over the weekend. Brad Maddox is back, you guys.
Cool. Are they going to actually do anything with him, or is he going back just so they could fire him?
Oh.
I mean, come on. He wasn't doing jack shit the last, couple months of his actual time in the company, so...
You made it sad.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll do something interesting.
At least they finally did get rid of the general managers.
That is true. I agree. It's always been kind of pointless.
Next!
Watch it out!
WWE sent out an email to network subscribers this week announcing that starting this week, may have been today, may have been yesterday, I don't remember, they would be running limited video advertisements. Did you get the email?
Yes, I got the email.
This is a move that had been expected since the network launched. The email read, "Dear WWE Network subscriber, today WWE Network will begin to run limited video advertisements. Here is what you can expect. No commercial breaks during scheduled programming, limited advertisements between shows, occasional advertising before our video on-demand content. If you have any questions regarding your subscription, please visit wwe.com/help. Thank you for being a WWE Network subscriber. WWE Network support."
Okay, so while I understand the need for them right now with their network not really going the way they wanted to originally, nothing bothers me more than I pay a monthly subscription
I was thinking
to something like, let's say, Hulu, and Hulu will, at the beginning and in the middle of every program, just stop to give me like 2 or 3 ads. And it's like I'm watching regular TV, but I'm paying $8 a month for the service.
Right.
The fuck?
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. It's like when they do commercials during pay-per-views. That fucking pisses me off.
That's stupid.
But yeah, no, I'm with you. I understand why they're doing it because they're looking to make more money on this thing, and
they gotta do something.
Cats are fighting behind me, and so, but yeah, you're paying. This is something that you're paying for, and Pandora's got it right. You pay for Pandora Plus, or whatever the fuck it's called.
Mm-hmm.
and you don't get ads between your songs.
Yeah, and if you want to not pay for Pandora, you can still use it. But guess what? You got ads all the time, and you got to like click and be like, no, I am still listening to my station. Go away.
But this is something you have to pay for.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree.
And ads.
Oh, I agree with Sean on the side. He says, I'm okay
that'd
with
be
the network
awesome.
having ads as long as they're ads from old former sponsors like Stridex, 10-10-3-2-1. Wow, I can't believe you remember that. And Karate Fighters. Karate Fighters are fantastic. And
Karate Fighters were awesome.
every year in my English class, I bring up Karate Fighters at least once from a vocab word that we use.
Fantastic. Here, I'm about to admit something horrible I did as a child on the internet.
Uh-oh.
When Karate Fighters were a big thing, and when SummerSlam was brought to you by Karate Fighters and all that shit, I wanted one. I wanted one so fucking bad.
Did you steal one?
No. kind of better than that. My cousin, who is
Cousin Vinny?
3 or 4 years younger than me, I think. I don't remember how old he is. Anyway, we bought him Karate Fighters for Christmas.
Oh, of course.
And so what I would do, and I swear to God this is 100% true, and I've never told anyone this in public. What I would do,
After Dark Confessions.
What I would do is I would go into my parents' room. I would take out the Karate Fighters. I would cut the tape on the box, take out the Karate Fighters, play with the Karate Fighters, put them back in the box, and tape the box back up. And
You're a son of a bitch.
I must have done that 5 or 6 times before they ended up getting wrapped for Christmas, because I wanted Karate Fighters so fucking bad, and nobody ever got me Karate
awesome. That is so awesome.
Also, if you watched the first episode of SmackDown on the network, that was actually brought to you by 10-10-220. For those of you who remember, that was bullshit. I don't even remember what those were fucking for.
I think wasn't like a
cheap long distance or something?
It was long distance. It was long distance calling.
Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah, I remember when you had to like pay all that money. Yeah.
Remember when people actually had phones in their house?
Remember when people actually called people on the phone instead of just texting?
That too. Flashbacks.
If you would like to hear another moment of Adam's awkward night confessions, just hit us up on the Gmail. You know, send us an email, send us a message, and we'll see what we can do for next week.
I can't think of anything else that is podcast safe to admit at this point.
Oh my! But Adam, it's after dark.
According to Ad Age, Pepsi, Mattel, and Kmart are among the first advertisers.
Well, of course, Kmart
network. Ads began airing this week and will live as 30-second spots in between shows within the network's 24/7 stream of programming, but there will be no commercial breaks within the programming itself. For on-demand content, users will be served one 15 or 30-second spot on every 4th stream.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Sean. I apologize.
Sean says Adam's Karate Fighter story was straight out of the Nikki Bella confessional. I played with Karate Fighters, but I never told anyone.
After dark.
Yeah, so I was a shithead as a child, I believe.
Oh, there you go.
I was an only child. I have an excuse.
I haven't noticed commercials yet, but then again, I have only watched the network a little bit, so.
Yeah. When I watch live, I only watch one program at a time. Like I go in and it's like, man,
right.
It's time to watch.
Yeah, I very rarely just like have it on. Like I'm gonna watch this like television. No, exactly. Not so much.
Next.
Washasha.
Andrew's favorite story of the week.
Oh, really?
According to SEScoops.com, who initially broke the news that he needed neck surgery, Daniel Bryan has continued to have issues regaining strength in his right arm. Bryan has been working to rehab his injury through non-surgical methods, but it now appears that he will have to have the Tommy John surgery that was rumored months ago.
Poor dude.
Tommy John is, of course, described as an ulnar collateral ligament reconstruction, which is not to be confused with your medial collateral ligament.
Isn't that the place you can get like tater tots and tacos in the same place? Or no, it's Taco John's. Sorry, I apologize.
Are you thinking of Jimmy John's?
I was thinking Taco John's. I apologize. No, those are crappy fast sandwiches that don't have any taste.
You went to Taco John's once.
Yeah.
Once back in 10 fucking years ago.
That's a great place.
You still owe me Arby's. This is a surgical graft procedure in which the ulnar collateral ligament in the medial elbow, is replaced with a tendon from elsewhere in the body. The typical time for recovery is anywhere from 6 to 12 months. At this time, WWE's creative team is working under the assumption that Bryan won't be back in action anytime soon.
Wow. I'm surprised. I think they're going to let him go? Or do you think they're just going to wait like all that time for him to get better?
I don't think they'll let him go because the backlash would be outstanding. So I don't think they'll do that. They're not gonna British Bulldog in WCW him.
Gotcha. I just don't know. It seems like are they paying him to do nothing? I mean that's.
I would think so, but
I mean that's. I mean it sucks for him for his injury, but at the same time it's pretty awesome for him. Like he can just sit around banging whichever Bella it is that he's married to or whatever.
Brie Bella Bryan.
Oh, okay, I can't remember which one. The one without the tits.
Right. Sean Paravano has a. I just used his last name.
Wow! Stop doing that, Sean. Now you just added needless editing.
Yeah, and that's not editing. It's just putting sounds over things. Sean has a confession of his own on the side. I once made a poopy when I was running on a treadmill. I had to keep stepping in it. I never told anyone. It's very nice of you to admit that.
Oh, that's disgusting.
And I'll try to remember to bleep out your last name, just in case your boss finds out. Next.
Washasha.
And finally this week.
Oh man!
As mentioned in the call from Tommy Moltisanti, whose accent gets less and less every time he calls, WWE announced after Raw that they have released ring announcer Justin Roberts, famous son of Jake the Snake Roberts, effective immediately. That's not actually true.
I was about to say, I don't think that's true.
No, that's something that Sean and I used to.
That's a false statement, sir.
Of course, they wished him the best in all his future endeavors.
What was did they give a reason? Do we know the reason? Is there any dirt sheets saying why?
PW, will you let me finish? I've got a.
Sorry, I'm segueing.
Don't you know how this works? I read, I copy things that I read off the internet.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it sound more natural by adding conversation into it, like give a segue. Oh, Adam, do you happen to know this? Yes, I remember exactly as the website says. Here we go.
Dick.
But I'm trying to make it sound more natural. I'm helping you.
PW Insider reports that Justin was informed by Kevin Dunn of his release directly after Raw. There was a lot of talk on social media that Roberts was seen arguing with Michael Cole during the Randy Orton-Dolph Ziggler match, and that Roberts flipped Cole off during the argument. It isn't known whether this was what sparked the release. Roberts is set to be the guest on Chris Jericho's podcast on Friday. With Roberts out of the picture, it is believed that Lillian Garcia will handle the ring announcing work on Raw. Eden Styles possibly brought up as the SmackDown ring announcer. She can't possibly be worse than JoJo on NXT. The Wrestling Observer has a different story of what happened with Justin Roberts, stating that Roberts' contract simply came to an end and the two sides couldn't come to an agreement on a new deal. I find that hard to believe, as Roberts has been with the company for something like 12 years and was living a dream. Justin posted the following on his Instagram addressing his release, quote, "It might sound cliche, but I am truly overwhelmed and humbled by the messages I've received. As a kid who grew up loving and living for professional wrestling, I was able to chase, catch, and live an impossible dream. I was part of events I couldn't fathom with the heroes I idolized from both WWF and various childhood favorite television shows." Hello, Betty White. For a guy in a supporting ambiance role, usually unnamed and unseen, why are you holding up your...
Because Justin Roberts, I agree, you chased those distant horizons.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And you totally caught them.
For a guy in a supporting ambiance role, usually unnamed and unseen, I am blown away by the amount of people who apparently not only noticed, but also enjoyed my work. Announcing was my dream until I realized the absolute best part was using my position to help others. It brought me so much joy to bring a smile to a fellow fan's face. These superstars I've announced and traveled with over the past 12 years are not only extremely talented to work year-round and on the fly, but they are also the most unselfish people I've ever met. I couldn't help others without their support. Not one superstar or diva ever once hesitated when I asked them to meet a fan or autograph or call or do whatever was needed. After reading through all of your messages, I just want to say this. Please do not be angry and please do not be sad. I lived my dream. I'm glad that maybe now someone else will have a spot to live theirs. May, please. This guy. Many thanks to everyone I have worked with in WWE. Sue, the company Gem, and my guardian angel, the producers who have taught me so much and constantly let me pick their brains, the referees, they make it look easy, not an easy job. Security, props, audio, lighting, PR cameras, travel, TR catering, production, PAs, my eyes and ears at the bell.
Jesus Christ, play the music already. Get off the stage.
I have met along the way, everyone who has come into my life because of this job, and to those who I have never had the opportunity to meet but have enjoyed my work, I appreciate and am grateful for everyone's support. To Vince McMahon, Kevin Dunn, and the authority who gave me this incredible opportunity, I've got 2 words for you. Thank you. The journey has been incredible and almost unbelievable. This is the opportunity I've been waiting for to pen the final chapter of my memoirs.
Why does Instagram not have a Twitter like 140 character limit, or is this over a series of like 5,000 tweets?
Just one Instagram post.
Oh, okay, interesting. I don't have Instagram, I don't understand.
I was flipping off Michael Cole would get you a promotion.
No, I think Michael Cole probably, if he is involved in this, probably bitched and just said, "Yeah, get him fired, yeah." I just imagine Michael Cole being a douche.
Apparently, Michael Cole is very well liked backstage.
Well, fuck that dude.
And he's blocked me on Twitter, so I probably have no chance at being.
Oh God, they're gonna be like, he's gonna be like, that guy? No way. I recognize him from his Twitter. He doesn't like me. Fuck people who don't like me. Michael Cole, Michael Cole, Michael Cole.
We have two viewers now, just at the end of the show.
Michael Cole, Michael Cole. Hey, is Infomaniac one? I love that guy.
Don't know. It doesn't tell me. Not one, not two, not one, not two.
Whoa! Whoa!
That does it. I think that does it. Does that do it? I think that does.
I think it does it. I gotta go finish reading Frankenstein.
For the rundown for this Wednesday, October 15th, 2014, 163 days since Sheamus won the WWE United States Championship. APW Body Slams for the cause to benefit the Milford Special Athletes Wrestling Organization this Saturday, October 18th, at the APW Arena at the Newbury Fire Hall in Newbury, Massachusetts. For more details, go to AtlanticProWrestling.com. Lucky Pro Wrestling presents Fall Frenzy in Clinton, Massachusetts on Saturday, November 1st. Go to LuckyProWrestling.com. Liberty States, Saturday, November 15th at the John McCarthy Elementary School in Peabody, Massachusetts. Go to LibertyStatesWrestling.com or look for Liberty States on Facebook, because I don't know the last time they updated the webpage.
Pee on your body.
Follow us on Twitter at Rundown Podcast to watch me live tweet Raw. I apologize for my lackadaisical live tweeting this week. Wasn't really paying attention. Send your feedback, send your Ryback theme song, send your catchphrase suggestions, send your fake sponsor, send your real sponsor, send your Doctor Who Creator Wrestler templates for Pertwee through Hurt and Capaldi, send your questions for me to answer on YouTube, send your Dear WB letters, send your budget cut suggestions for Vince, and your wrestler combinations for Raccoon Reigns to rundownwrestling@gmail.com. Leave us a voicemail at 206-202-6478, 206-202-6478, 206-20.
Oh, Bill! He's got autism.
206-20.
Angst!
Thank you.
Sorry, I was just kind of horrified by Bill's comment, but I should expect it because it's Bill.
Blah, blah, blah. It's late here. I don't have real friends.
He's...
What's scarier, Frankenstein's monster or the Yeti?
Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah, probably. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/rundown wrestling. Go to rundown.podomatic.com to make a donation of the monetary variety. If you want to be our official listener, donate at least $36. And go to tinyurl.com/distant horizons and pick up 1 or 2 or 6 or 12 copies of the chapbook.
Holy shit, yeah! Buy 12 PDF copies and just rename them like Chasing Distant Horizons 1, Chasing Distant Horizons 2, Chasing Distant Horizons 3, 72. Oh, and don't forget... Oh, is it on your list?
And don't email them to other people without purchasing an additional.
No, that would be bad. Actually, don't do that. That's not good.
Watch our archived episodes at youtube.com/rundown podcast and circle me on Google Plus at google.com/+AdamRundown host. Look at our blog at rundownwrestling.blogspot.com. It hasn't been updated in like 2 weeks except for posts with episodes because Troy hasn't written in with his NXT rankings, and I don't have time to do that shit. And of course, go to shadowvane.net for some other horseshit.
Hey, horseshit! You're involved in that, you dick! And check out episode 3 where we recast Adam's character as an Asian male.
As an Asian male.
As a 70-year-old Asian male.
I am Jeremiah Lambert.
Actually, episode 2 just dropped. Orientation is the name, and go check it out. Shadowvane.net or go to shadowvane.podomatic.com.
Bill says definitely Frankenstein's monster. He's a dude made of dead dudes. It makes sense.
Well played. Well played.
Search for us on iTunes under the Rundown Wrestling Podcast. If you subscribe, you get the podcast delivered to you absolutely free each and every week for $0.00. If for some odd reason you cannot afford a donation of the monetary variety, you cheap fucks, go to iTunes and leave us a 5-star review. If you leave us a text review, we'll read your name and your text review on a future program like these fine people.
Oh, come on! We've got to have more than like 7 listeners.
12. It's sitting steady at 12. We are also available on Stitcher at the Rundown Wrestling Podcast.
Bitch your mother!
Not how that goes.
Is that not how it goes?
Stitcher.com or the Stitcher app on your iOS or Android device. Again, still free, but you don't have to download the episodes itself, just the app. You stream from their service.
Right.
You can choose from your favorites of tens of thousands of your podcasts, but why would you listen to anyone other than this one?
Good point.
Thanks to Tegan Brown for the logo. Thanks to everyone for listening. Thanks to Sean and Bill for their comments on the side.
Yeah!
Thanks to Andrew.
Yes, so strange an accident has appeared to us that I cannot forbear recording it, although it is very probable that you will see me before these papers can come into your possession.
Are we going to get sued for that?
No, it's public domain.
Okay, good. And thanks to iFightDragons at ifightdragons.com for the theme song. Next week!
Hoo-wah! Ooh, a book.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Uh-huh.
I believe next week is
Yeah.
Hell in a Cell predictions.
Is it really? Are we there finally? I feel like it's been forever since we had a pay-per-view.
So I think next week is Hell in a Cell predictions. Plus, Teddy
Brock
Long.
Lesnar wins. Sorry.
Plus, Teddy Long will tell us how many pairs of pants he went through when he found out the main event of SmackDown 15.
Oh my.
And as always, remember, Jacob, good night. And good luck.
Yeah!
And fun. Done. Go Royals.
Just shadowbait.net.
Go Royals. I'm going to say go Royals.
What?
It's their first time in the World Series since 1985. They just swept the goddamn Orioles.
1985. When is the last time the Cubs have been in the World Series?
Nobody gives a shit about the Cubs. Go fuck yourself.
Shadowbait.net. And stop.
So this isn't going up till tomorrow.
Fair enough. Hey, we made it to 44 minutes. I think that's because of the plugs. And we went through them so quickly. I don't want to save that in the Shadow Vein folder. I want to save that in the Rundown folder. Rundown, motherfucker! What do we... what is this? Number what? What number? 173? Yeah? Nay?
Yes, 173. I had to go back up to the top of the text file to remember.
All right.
I think it
I'm
says
getting on the skippies!
I think it says it on top of the Hangout screen, but
Get into this. I don't see it on mine. Get into
no,
the skippies.
it's not that.
Public domain. Wait, what did I say, Bill? Bill's correcting me. He said public domain. What did
No,
I
Bill
say?
says pubic. Bill says pubic domain.
Oh, pubic domain. Never
Bill
mind.
says pubic domain.
Oh, of course, Bill says pubic domain. I miss Bill. 1985. Who even
Ta-da.
knows when the last time 1985 was? I don't know either. We were two, Bill. We were two.
I was 3.
Oh, you old bastard. Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
What just happened? Why are you screaming?
I don't know. I'm just laughing at you. Last Monday, July 31st, we were nearly surrounded by ice, which closed in the ship on all sides, scarcely leaving her the sea room in which she floated. Our situation was somewhat dangerous, especially as we were compassed round by a very thick fog. We accordingly lay to, hoping that some change would take place in the atmosphere and weather. About 2 o'clock the mist cleared away, and we beheld, stretched out in every direction, vast and irregular plains of ice, which seemed to have no end. Some of my comrades groaned, "Ugh," and my own mind began to grow watchful and anxious thoughts. With anxious thoughts, when a strange sight suddenly attracted our attention and diverted our solicitude from our own situation. We perceived a low carriage, fixed on a sledge and drawn by dogs, pass on toward the north, at the distance of half a mile, and being which had the shape of a man, but apparently of gigantic stature, sat in the sledge and guided the dogs. We watched the rapid progression of the traveler with our telescopes until he was lost among the distant inequalities of the ice. That's Frankenstein's monster! Spoiler. To a story that's been in literature for how long? I don't know. A long time. Many, many moons.
I just felt like whistling "Come On Eileen."
Hey, are you subscribed to Shadowvane?
Yes.
Okay, good. I say at the very least you should subscribe
No,
and leave a
yes, I'm
comment or
subscribed.
something.
I'm subscribed to this too, but what does that tell you? Hey, Ginge.
Well,
Hey, Ginge.
at least you're subscribed and you're getting me downloads. That's
Come
all
here,
I care
Ginge.
about. Let's see how many downloads I got so far these last couple days.
Yeah. I don't know if the Podomatic numbers connect with the iTunes numbers or not. I don't know
I
if
don't
that's
know. It
totally
better. I imagine it does because the number goes up pretty quick, and I imagine a lot of people have already kind of
Yeah.
set up on their iTunes. See, so yesterday, so like in the 3-hour span that it's been up, I had 29 downloads, and then I've had
I
21
still have to
already
figure out how
today.
to get you onto Stitcher.
Yeah, I have no clue. Like, I go to the website and there's no way to log in.
Let me look
Like,
at
I
that.
found a way to go to my stations, which is like connected through my Facebook for some reason, but I can't like upload anything or create a profile or account fully. Okay, get on Skippies.
Well, once my computer decides to cooperate.
Oh yeah, is it being stupid?
I'm trying to get on the Skippies. My Skippies is refusing to load.
I should download this Planet Pokemon. And be a sad. Oh, I should play the reverb for you. It's really cool. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Where's my podcast? Where's my podcast? Podcast. Here's a
Yeah, we're
preview
still
if you're still
broadcasting.
listening. That's fine. If you're listening, you get a free sample of the podcast. I love the reverb.
I
I
do
was
that,
like,
and then we'll stop.
what's that?
I said do that, and then we'll stop the broadcast.
And it's not playing properly. I don't have volume. Why don't I have volume? It says it's playing. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's your wife.
Yay!
Why is my
Hooray for
volume all
my
fucked
wife.
up? My volume's like way fucked
Yeah.
up. It's like really low. Oh, probably because I have headphones on and I just can't hear it.
There you go, dumbass.
No, it's still really low. Why is it so low?
Why isn't sound coming out of my speakers when I have my headphones plugged?
Shut up.
I don't understand.
Hang on.
Sure, I should go to Stitcher.com on my.
That's the elevator.
Plugged
Hang on a
in.
second. It's taking forever.
Ding, ding.
The reverb.
Welcome back, Dr. Watson. We are just about ready to start
Ooh.
today's test.
142 is somewhat lucid this time around. I want to see its reactions during today's routines.
That's already been taken care of.
Okay.
C142 is heavily restrained and drugged, but is starting to show signs of consciousness.
Reverb.
So on
I love me some
Stitcher.com,
reverb. Uh-huh.
scroll all the way down to the bottom.
Stitcher. User friendly, basically, is what you're saying.
What's that?
Okay, Stitcher.com is loading. So it's not user friendly, is what you're saying.
Scroll all the way down
Okay,
to the
scroll
bottom.
down to the bottom. Uh-huh.
Let me see where it says
Okay.
partner sign up.
Yes.
Click that.
Well, I'm not. What does that even mean? Partner sign up. That sounds like you're trying to advertise with them.
Content providers. Ta-da.
Oh.
Click that thing. What says join us?
Okay. This is so not user intuitive. Like, this is really
Enter your
horrible.
information.
So with my provider name, okay, there's a question mark there. Let's see. Your provider name will appear on your Stitcher show.
So your provider name would be Shadow Vein Podcast. If you are submitting multiple shows or plan on producing more shows, you should use a network name.
Okay. Password. Okay. Type in the text. Okay. I agree. Okay. Content provider application network.
Anyway,
I don't like having to do things.
that
Website
one?
URL. So that's not the URL for. What's up?
I said instead of watching Andrew go through this whole thing, we'll just stop the broadcast here and say goodbye.
Bye, peoples.